for the best sports in Lorain. That's TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Hello and welcome to George Daniel Field for another great middle school football matchup here on WLCS Channel 20. Today it's the Longfellow Longhorns versus the Monticello Tigers. Both teams come in today's game at 3-2. Zach, what do you expect to see from our future high school stars today?
Well, what I expect today, first of all, let me start off by saying both teams are 3-2 currently. And Monticello, they're from the Cleveland Heights district, so that's always been a tough conference right there. Well, tough batch of teams, but we'll see what happens tonight, though.
Yeah, remember, the Cleveland Heights district does have 3 middle schools. Lorain district has 2 middle schools. So maybe not all of the talent being directed in one area. Still, it'll be a fun, tough game here today. And we'll be right back with the football game here on WLCS Channel 20 after these messages.
We depend on our national forests for clean air, wood for our homes, and drinking water for millions of Americans. But now, our national forests are depending on us. Trees have been devastated by insects, disease, and fires. The Arbor Day Foundation asks for your help in replanting our national forests, because so much depends on what we do today. Visit arborday.org. See what we're doing. See how you can help.
And we're back here with Longfellow. Their offense gets the ball first. Bohannon under center. The quick handoff. Brought down at the 40 after a gain of 5 was the ball carrier. That was Aaron Huff with the carry. And if any past games have been an indication, we'll be hearing that name quite a bit today.
Oh, absolutely.
And so 2nd and 3 coming up for this Longfellow Longhorn offense. Bohannon under center. Sends a man in motion. The quick handoff to Huff. Huff breaking it to the outside, to the left side. Bowls through one defender, eventually brought down at the 50, but not until after the first down yardage was gained.
And Aaron Huff is a very well-named athlete for this Longfellow offense. He gets it done at the running back position.
And so that brings up the first down of the day for the Longfellow offense as they come to the line. Bohannon under center. 2 backs behind him. One of them, Huff, who we've heard from today, sending Evans in motion. The handoff to Huff to the right side. Huff finding room down the sideline. Stiff arms one defender, keeps his feet moving forward. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds back at the 32-yard line.
That was a well-ran play right there. I really do believe so. Aaron Huff with a nice stiff arm stuffed his defender right into the ground, as we see here on the replay coming up. Nas hands the ball off to Aaron Huff. Aaron Huff runs. He is just hustling down that field. Stiff arms hit his defender to the ground, and then he just runs out of bounds to keep the time.
And Huff wanted to keep going, but you can see there on the replay, his right foot did step out of bounds near the 32-yard line, and that's where the Longfellow offense will continue this drive. Bohannon under center, 3 running backs behind him. Takes the snap, the handoff, this time to Chavez. Chavez brought down after a short gain.
I wonder what kind of offensive scheme that was going to be. I mean, obviously it was a run play, but when you have 3 backs in the backfield, I mean, you got to wonder, what is their ideal? Well, however, the coach was an idealist on that play.
Well, Bohannon taking the snap, as you'll see on the replay, fakes the handoff to Huff, and Chavez gets the ball, able to get some yardage, but not much, as that will bring up 2nd and maybe 9, perhaps 10 for this Longfellow offense. Back to the formation we've seen quite a bit of, with 2 running backs behind Bohannon. Evans in motion. Bohannon takes the snap. The handoff to Huff. Huff finding some room on the left side. Jumping over a tackler. Making another man miss. Trying to find room down the field. Eventually brought down at the 16-yard line. Aaron Huff taking control this drive. Another good run from Huff.
And absolutely, and those are some tangibles that you cannot just forget about. You always want to keep your ball to the outside and away from your defender, and that's what he did here on this replay, as you guys will see at home. As you see, number 8 in motion, that being Tommy Evans. Aaron Huff just comes off a nice block, almost gets tackled down by the ankles on that one, but then he just gets brought down by number 9 of the defense.
Bohannon, under center, Evans in motion. Keeps it himself. The pass play, that is to Deshaun Brooks.
Flags were thrown on the play.
And the flag down on the play, blown before the whistle. However, it is
against the defense.
It is against Monticello. Encroachment, and that'll move Longfellow 5 yards further down the field. However, I'm not sure if Longfellow's too happy about it, as it looked like that pass play could have gone for much longer than 5.
But either way, I know you'll agree with it as well. Longfellow's not going to dispute 5 more yards tacked onto their 10. They're not going to mind that. But as they line up back to the line,
Longfellow taking control at the 12 inside the red zone on their first drive today. Evans in motion. Bohannon, the handoff to Huff. Huff powering forward to the 8-yard line. Just short of a first down. 2nd and short upcoming for this Longfellow offense. You'll see it again on the replay. This same formation they've been using for most of the drive.
They keep using Evans in motion for some reason, but he may be little, but he's still got a lot of power.
And so Longfellow lines up 2nd and short here inside the red zone at the 9-yard line. Bohannon under center. Fumbles the snap, and we're not quite sure who fell on it. Cleveland Heights' Monticello Middle School says that they've fallen on it, and yes, they have.
The refs finally made it declare. They declared the decision. Monticello's got the ball at about their 10-yard line.
And Bohannon just not being able to handle the snap, and pretty soon there was a huge pile. And it was Monticello who came up with it. And a flag is down on the field. And it appears to be from the Monticello coach. I'm not sure why that was thrown onto the field.
Maybe a little bit of confusion, It is a little windy and cold out there. We do have the windows shut up here in the press box so we can keep ourselves a little warm.
And so Monticello takes over for the first time today. The first play of the game is a long pass down the field. That is Dejon Gatson making the catch.
Wow.
A long bomb thrown from Daryl Gaddis.
That looked beautiful from up here in the press box. That was a beautiful, well-thrown ball. Almost made me look like I was watching Brett Favre.
Gaddis just winding that ball up and firing it.
That was Brett Favre to Donald Driver.
Gatson was wide open down the field, and when it looked like Monticello could be in a hole in terms of field position, they find their way out. The quick handoff this time to the man in motion. Flag thrown on the play. Jakeith James with the run. However, the flag is in the backfield. That is usually an area where it is an offensive penalty. And yes, it will be against Monticello, nullifying that last play. Holding on the Monticello offense. And that is usually the case when a penalty is thrown back there on a run play or a pass play, is that it will be a holding penalty. There's not much else you can do in that backfield in terms of penalty.
You know what? You know who I see out there on defense? I've not seen out there before in previous football, 7th grade football.
Who is that?
I see Nas Bohannon on defense for the first time.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if
was he out there before?
I don't quite recall if he was out there before. The last Longfellow game we did was about 3 weeks ago.
True, and they're always switching up their positions. But you know what? Nas beyond that, on that line, he's tall and big, and he's He's exactly what you want to be able to plow through a offensive line. That's exactly what you need.
And the toss play was to Jordan Ratliff. Aaron Huff with a nice tackle, wrapping up Ratliff and making sure he wasn't getting any more yardage on the play. We'll see it here on the replay. The toss right across the Ratliff, and here comes Aaron Huff. A nice tackle, pulling Ratliff down to the ground, making sure he follows through with his motion. And that will bring up 2nd down and long for this Monticello offense.
And here we go. They have, it seems for Longfellow, they have one safety in the back.
The snap, the quick pass tipped and knocked down by Carlos Chavez. Gaddis's pass just couldn't quite make it there. Another flag thrown on the play. As we get some lovely background music to accompany our football game. And penalty being discussed with the coaches.
Coaches seem to be trying to enforce this a little bit more than they used to in the beginning of the season. But you got to remember, though, this is still 7th grade football. They're still trying to establish themselves. They're still trying to learn the rules of the game. Yeah, anyone can watch it from a TV screen, a football game, but you have to literally play in one to learn all the rules. That's what all these young kids out there are learning right now.
And so Monticello's offense takes over. Still a long ways to go. The screen pass is caught by Gatson. Gatson finding some room on the right side along the sidelines. They're going to say he stepped out at the 36, 35-yard line area. And that will bring up 3rd down and 10 for this Monticello offense. You'll see it here on the replay. Just a quick little screen pass, trying to give Gatson some open area. He's able to find his room on the outside, but he steps way out of bounds there on the right side. No debate about that.
What about that last replay, I really like to say something about how he kept his feet moving. I mean, it's very important for these athletes to learn the tangibles before they start going into these big wide-out option plays. You have to learn how to run a route, first of all. And he ran that route beautifully, and he also ran it like a running back kind of because he bounced off some tacklers.
Gaddis under center, taking the snap, throwing it down the field to Gatson. The pass falls incomplete, bringing up 4th down and 9 for the Monticello offense. And something we've been seeing from Monticello a lot that you don't often see from middle school football is quite a bit of passing. That one just about on target, maybe a bit far for Gatson to catch that ball.
Monticello came out in the first play of the game, started slinging out their guns.
And they haven't been quite as successful on the pass since that first play.
This is just like an old Western. This will be a duel of the two best teams.
And so, going for it on 4th down is Monticello, as Gaddis is in the shotgun, with Ray next to him. Gaddis taking the snap, looking to throw, firing it down the field.
Almost picked off.
Way behind Gatson, who was the intended receiver. And so Longfellow will take over at the 36-yard line.
Before the game, I must throw out a little pitch to Deshaun Brooks, number 86. Me and Hearn, we had the pleasure of meeting this young man down there as we were getting the lineups. And he is a very well-spoken young man, and he's very quiet at sometimes, but he comes alive when he's got to. And he was really rallying his team over there to sign on that sheet for us.
Without Deshaun Brooks, we might not be able to give you all the Longfellow team names here. He really got everyone around our little sign-up sheet and got all their names down. Made sure they were in correct order, numerically and everything. So
thank you, Longfellow Longhorns, for that.
Naz Bohannon under center. Chavez and Huff in the backfield. Bohannon looking to pass, has Brooks open. Brooks catches the ball, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. And as we said, we talked to Deshaun Brooks before the game, and he said he was going to take control today. And
to the house!
He, as Jay Ferguson would say, he takes it to the house, and he makes his first big impact on the game today. Longfellow going up 6-0. You'll see it here on the replay. Naz Bohannon.
This was a beautifully executed play right here.
The play
He
action
pump
here.
faked. Well, actually, it looked like he tripped.
Bohannon almost falling over, pump faking. It didn't matter how much time he took. Deshaun Brooks was wide open the entire time. A perfectly placed ball, and Brooks was able to take it right into the end zone.
I like
the
Deshaun
two-point
Brooks.
conversion coming up. Bohannon under center. Huff and Travis in the backfield. The handoff to Huff, and Aaron Huff will not be denied.
He
taking
walks
it
in for
right up
an
that
easy
hole,
2-point
making
conversion.
it a 2 more points for Longfellow on the board. 8-0 they lead here in this first quarter. We're not quite sure of the time remaining. The time is kept on the field. You'll see the replay here. Huff taking it right up the middle into the house. 8-0 Longfellow here in this first quarter. And quite frankly, with that run game, they've dominated. Huh, Zach?
Absolutely. That run game, Aaron Huff, he's really taking control of that. And the passing game, he's not looking that bad. I mean, the first game we covered for him, he was doing all right. But, at 7th grade, you don't expect these people to already have these great arms. And you know what? As you seen the first play for Monticello, he threw that ball for a pretty nice chunk of change. Well, chunk of yardage, actually, in this game. But, and then Nas, he throws the ball for a touchdown. It looked like for about maybe a good 15-yard touchdown.
Gaddis under center. That is Ratliff in the backfield. The handoff to Ratliff. Ratliff squirming through the hole, finding way on the left side. Past another defender, down, finally being dragged down at the 38-yard line. That was Deshaun Brooks on the tackle.
Yet again, man. He just got a touchdown. He's already bringing down big defenders.
However, Jordan Ratliff on the nice run, you'll see it here. Finding room, almost tackled in the backfield, able to make his way through the hole to the left side. And right here, boom, right through a Longfellow defender, getting that 5 extra yards.
But you know what Deshaun said? He said, "You're not getting by me." He pulled out those big old cheetah legs of his, and he just chased down his defender. He's his player he was guarding.
Gaddis under center, handing it off.
Flag
thrown on the play. That is Ken Ray on the run. However, the flag likely to bring this one back.
You see the rush over there getting a little fired up. That's expected from this school.
And it is against Monticello.
So it will be taking them back 5 yards, and they'll be at the 50-yard line.
Those offensive penalties have been hindering their progress here today.
Actually, it'll be about the 43-yard line.
And so Monticello comes up 1st and 15 now at the 43-yard line after the long run from Ratliff.
Let's give a shout out to the chain workers today. Thank you guys for helping us out in this game. I know it's cold out there, but we hope that you guys get warm, get home, get some nice hot cocoa in your hands, and stay warm.
Gaddis under center. The quick handoff, finding his way through some defenders. Finally brought down is Jakeith James on the run. A lot of bouncing and east-west running. Quite a bit of work for 5, maybe 4 yards as the ball is placed at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 11 coming up.
From what I'm seeing so far, you can't really complain. Each side's getting pretty good chunk of yards. But, they're really working hard out there, as you see. But Monticello comes out with a kind of pass play mentality. They don't want to run it that much.
Gaddis taking the snap, looking to throw.
That's
that one's
too high.
Way up in the air, and that is
Picked off.
Intercepted by Deshaun Brooks out of his hands.
It.
Out of his hands.
Deshaun wishes he could have that one back.
Deshaun Brooks trying to come up with the interception, and that one slipped right through his hands.
We both thought he had that, didn't we?
It looked like he was going to take that ball down the field, but I think he may have looked to run before he looked to catch. We'll see here. Looking, yes, before he completely secured that ball, putting his head down. That's not something you want to do when you're looking to catch a football. And so it brings up 3rd and 11 for the Monticello offense. Gaddis in the shotgun. Brings a man in motion. Takes a snap, looking to throw. launches it down the field, and that is overthrown.
Overthrown.
The intended receiver was Dejan Gatson. He's been targeted many times today, and so 4th and 11 coming up for Monticello. And it appears as if the offense will be staying on the field. You'll see the pass again on the replay. And that was Gaddis just looking down the field and firing it past everybody.
That was a good fake, too, by this young man. He looked right, and then he immediately seen through his peripheral vision that he seen an open offensive wide receiver.
Gaddis in the shotgun on 4th down, right next to him. Gaddis looking down the field, and that is behind Gatson. And
It's
so
turned over.
Another unsuccessful 4th down conversion for Monticello. And taking over is the Longfellow offense, who put 8 points on the board last time.
You're fine, Hyatt. Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes.
Well, we don't see a lot of extra point kicking here in middle school football.
Absolutely not.
And so Longfellow takes over at the 39-yard line. Score 8-0 here in the first quarter. At George Daniel Field, Naz Bohannon under center, Huff and Chavez in the backfield. Man in motion, or he may have just been getting to his assigned area. Bohannon fakes the handoff, then gets it to Chavez. Chavez trying to take it to the left side, can't find much. He's brought down for nothing, and that brings up 2nd and 10 for this Longfellow offense.
This is a nice young rounded team I like for Longhorns. You have multiple backs. I mean, you can always go to. I mean, none of them will ever disappoint you. If I'm correct, you have Naz Bohannon, the quarterback. He obviously can hand the ball off to any time, anyone, point blank in the chest, just like you should to a running back. And then you have Aaron Huff as your setback. And then you also have Chavez helping you out too. I mean, Chavez is not a bad guy. I mean, he's doing pretty good. I mean, on that last play, he got tackled down just because he had a little miscommunication with his team. But you know what? That's all right. They'll get back on that field and they'll take care of business.
And so it's Longfellow taking their first time out of the game. Gives me time to remind you that on November 6th, you need to vote on issue 39. Why does Lorain City Schools need new operating funds? Lorain City Schools has not had new operating money since 1992. That is 20 years without new local money. State funding has been drastically reduced to local schools and communities to balance Ohio's budget since 2010. Funding burden was shifted to local communities. Is Lorain City Schools forecasting a deficit or surplus in the school year? Lorain City Schools is forecasting a $4.7 million deficit. Expenses are greater than revenue. The school district had to borrow nearly $5 million to complete last year. We'll get back to you on issue 39 after a couple more plays down on the football field. Bohannon under center, awaiting the snap. Takes it. The toss to Chavez. Chavez brought down and fumbling in the backfield. Bohannon able to fall on it at the 33-yard line. That brings up 3rd and long.
Okay, I know I said that he knows how to deliver the ball off to running back. I know I just said that, but you need to understand, some people do make mistakes. Most people, everyone makes mistakes. That's all right.
Naz Bohannon, you'll see it here on the replay. The toss was pretty well executed. Chavez just not given enough time to secure the ball as the Monticello defense was in the backfield so fast. That was Jordan Ratliff on the strip there. And that brings up 3rd and long for the Longfellow Longhorns offense. Bohannon taking the snap, looking to throw it down the field, and he has overthrown his man, Deshaun Brooks. And so that brings up 4th down and long for the Longfellow Longhorns.
So, hi, what's your opinions about how the game's going to turn out tonight?
Well, so far we've seen pretty good offensive showings by both teams. Monticello coming out passing early and being successful for a minute until Longfellow is eventually able to stop them. Longfellow has been running the ball and passing the ball on Monticello all day. The punt down the field, bouncing and finally downed at the 39. Deshaun Brooks punting that ball away down the field. And so Monticello will take over at their own 39-yard line as we near the end of this first quarter. Gives me a bit more time to tell you about issue 39. What is the solution to all these problems? The combination of continued reduction in expensive and additional money, the school district has started reducing staffing by 132 employees since January 2012. Further reductions in administration and staffing are underway regardless of finances. And again, we'll be back. We'll be telling you all about issue 39 all day long as Monticello takes over at the 39-yard line. Gaddis taking the snap, handing it off to Ratliff. Ratliff finding room on the right side. Ratliff breaking free past some defenders. A flag thrown at the end of the play. Ratliff brought down at the 44-yard line. However, it looks like this one could be coming back. The Longfellow Longhorns defense clapping generally means that the call has gone in their favor.
The main guy for you guys at home, in case you guys didn't know, the main referee to look at is the guy wearing the white cap. And he is calling a holding against the offense, actually. That's going to be knocking them back 5 yards. And you know what? Longfellow's welcoming more yards to come for them.
And it was a good run by Monticello, taken off of the field, moving back. Moving back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So overall, a net gain for Monticello, however, not quite as long as they had hoped. And they take over now at their own 44 instead of the Longfellow 44. That penalty coming right at the end of the play. However, it is still first down and 5 for the Monticello offense. And that will end the first quarter. The score, Longfellow Middle School 8, Monticello Middle School nothing. It's middle school football on WLCS TV 20. We'll be back after these messages.
I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
And we're back here at George Daniel Field with middle school football. The score, Longfellow Middle 8, Monticello Middle School nothing.
It hasn't been that exciting of a game yet lately, the first quarter at least. But, you know, it's an all right game. It's just the defense is canceling out the offense. For both teams, it's doing that.
The handoff to Ratliff. Ratliff finding yardage, getting across the 50 and the first down. Brought down near the 49-yard line of Longfellow, and that will move the chains for this Monticello offense. And Jordan Ratliff has been getting much of the workload here today for this Monticello running game. However, I think we've seen more passing from Monticello than we have from any other middle school we've watched this season so far.
Definitely. But you know what? They're so versatile. I think that's the word. But they're very agile with both ends of the ball. They can do defense and offense very well. But you know what? The thing is, at the young level, they're also being able to pass the ball, as we keep seeing in their quarterback.
Ken Ray with the run there. A good gain right up the middle. Tripped up at the very end. That could have gone for much more if it weren't for that shoestring tackle. And he was brought down at the 44-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 3 for the Monticello offense. The snap fumbled a bit. Gaddis will keep it himself, and he's hit and brought down right around the line of scrimmage.
That was a hard hit.
Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
That was a hard hit. That was a grown man hit by my man, number 43, Aaron Huff. Aaron Huff.
And so, 3rd and short You'll see the play here. I'm pretty certain that was not a designed quarterback run.
No.
Gaddis had to pick the ball up off of the ground and try to do something with it. Aaron Huff just coming up and making another good, strong tackle like we've seen from him before. And so on 3rd and short,
But here's Gaddis.
Gaddis takes the snap, hands it off to Ratliff, and he is met short,
Straight
brought down at
head
the 40.
contact.
Brought down at the 40, and that is not nearly enough to get the first down. 4th and maybe 2, maybe 1 coming up here.
That looked like that was Aaron Huff who made the stop. Was that him?
Well, we'll see it here on the replay. Ratliff taking the snap, and that is Carlos Chavez bringing him down short. Ratliff able to push forward for maybe an extra half a yard at the end there to make it a bit easier on this Monticello offense. And remember, Monticello is 0 for 2 so far on 4th down conversions. This one much easier than the past 2, however. Gaddis taking the snap, the quick handoff.
And the flag is thrown.
Ray gets across there, gets to the first down. However, it is brought back on a false start penalty.
And yet again, Longfellow is welcoming more penalties on the other team. So that's making it even harder for this young team to go on through and get that first down.
And so Monticello, who was finally looking at an easier 4th down conversion, now pushed back to 4th down and 6. And we'll see if they can make something different happen here compared to their first 2 4th down conversion attempts.
Just in case you just joined us, Longfellow is currently in the lead 8-0 from Nas Bohannon's 15-yard pass TD to Deshaun Brooks, number 86. And then Aaron Huff tapped in 2 more points for the 2-point conversion.
So a pivotal 4th down conversion coming up here. Gaddis looking to throw up, and that is a catch by Ratliff. Ratliff makes a man miss, running down the field, and that will be a touchdown on 4th and short. Ratliff taking it all the way to the house off the short pass. And finally, this Monticello offense makes something happen on 4th down.
You gotta love how some players execute better than others. And Gaddis throws that ball off to Ratliff. Ratliff, he jukes one defender, as you see right there. Number 23 of the defense, William Butler, tried to chase him down. He tried to be another.
And Ratliff was able to get past Deshaun Brooks, and after that it was just open field. The 2-point conversion, the quick
just
handoff,
met, and he is
stopped short on the 2-point conversion. That is Ken Ray.
So the score is 6-8. What a great throw by Gaddis to Ratliff. But you know what? I think the Longhorns will come out and they will answer back to that one.
Well, we'll see. Coming up, Longfellow retains the lead despite giving up the touchdown on 4th and 6. The score 8-6 in this second quarter. Not quite sure how much time is left. Time is being kept on the field, likely about halfway through here. And Naz Bohannon coming onto the field to greet his offense. Longfellow starting at the 35-yard line, looking to answer after Monticello's score on their last drive.
Here we go. Number 54. That is Mr. Michael.
Bohannon under center. Huff and Chavez in the backfield. Whistle blown. Just a warning for now. The referee's seeing something they didn't like down there.
Michael Kovacs is a center for Longfellow Longhorns right now, getting ready to snap the ball off as they have Evans in motion.
And another whistle blows. Stopping play once again.
By the way, while we got a little timeout, let's go ahead. The head guy in the white cap for the refs, that is going to be Mr. Mark Tressel. And he's followed with Terry Callahan and Bill White.
Gil White.
Oh, Gil White.
My handwriting isn't exactly the most legible thing on a cold day like this.
That is all right, Hyatt.
Bohannon under center, sending Evans in motion. The handoff to Huff. Huff finding some room on the right side.
Wide open field.
Wide
open field.
Huff making his way down the field.
Stop.
Huff will go all the way for a touchdown. Aaron Huff making things happen
and
here
ladies
today.
and gentlemen, he is in the garage.
Aaron Huff taking that run play all the way down the field for a touchdown. Longfellow answering the call from Monticello, 14-6, pending the 2-point conversion. You'll see it again here.
He said, I got to get home, guys. I got to get ready for some supper. Mom's got it off the oven.
Aaron Huff just finding a wide open field in front of him. And Aaron Huff is known for doing the dirty work inside the middle, but he'll take an open field like that any day. And it was a track meet.
Well, who wouldn't? That wasn't even a track meet. That was the better man outbeating the competition.
Bohannon under center trying to tack on an extra 2. Evans in motion.
Defense seemed a little confused on that.
Bohannon trying to keep it himself, but he is going to be met and brought down. The 2-point conversion, not good. However, the score is 14-6. Longfellow leads by 8 here in the second quarter.
That was an absolutely great run by Aaron Huff, number 43. He's tremendously fast, but he's a big, solid back as well. So you get both. You get the best of both worlds.
And so Monticello, after that touchdown drive of their own, is just thrashed by Aaron Huff on the outside run play. And now the pressure falls on Daryl Gaddis and this Monticello offense's shoulders to re-answer the call they gave Longfellow and say, hey, we're still here playing our football game too. Gaddis coming out under center. Ratliff in the backfield. Gaddis taking the snap. The handoff to Ratliff. Ratliff cutting inside, getting about 4 on the play until he was met by Longfellow tacklers.
Now, something I am noticing in this game at a very early point. Longfellow is clearly the taller team. Clearly. But, you know, as me and Hy have been saying all season long, don't count out the little men. The little guys, they must be, they are small, but they pack a punch. And you know what? They are just boxing this defense.
Gaddis lining up under center for 2nd and 6. Ratliff in the backfield. Gaddis keeping himself on the option play, finding room to the right side, making another man miss, and it's a foot race down the field. Deshaun Brooks just eventually bringing him down at the 12-yard line, but that was Daryl Gaddis keeping it himself all the way down into the red zone, out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. You'll see it here. Gaddis finding room himself. And
look at 86 turn on the Jets. Look at him. He turns on those long legs and he's just chasing them down like a prey, like a predator against prey. That is a cat and mouse game right there.
However, the mouse won that one, running it all the way to the 15-yard line.
As some would think. If I was a defensive coach, I'd be like, that was a great run right there.
And if I'm an offensive coach, I'm saying that's a great run right there, too. Gaddis under center. Looking to throw, finding Ratliff wide open, and that is Gaddis' 2nd touchdown pass of the day, and that's Ratliff's 2nd touchdown reception of the day. The score now 14-12 Longfellow, pending the 2-point conversion. Monticello looking to tie it up here, and we have quite the ball game now, 3 scoring drives in a row, and you'll see it on the replay. A perfect pass, Ratliff hauling the ball in.
Undefended on that last play.
Walking into the end zone. And so Monticello with a chance to tie it up here. Gaddis under center. The pitch to Ratliff. Ratliff trying to find some room. He's met by a man, but he is able to break through the barrier and put the extra 2 points on the board. This game now tied 14-14 Longfellow Monticello here in the second quarter. Time likely winding down. Remember that the clocks are kept on the field, not on the scoreboard for middle school football games.
Ratliff cannot be stopped on that one.
And you'll see it here again. Jordan Ratliff taking the toss. Relatively well defended by the Longfellow defense. However, Ratliff just had to fall forward by the point he was met by the tacklers. Able to get into the end zone and tie this game at 14 all. And so Naz Bohannon and this Longfellow Longhorns offense trying to make something happen before the half. Aaron Huff with the long touchdown run last drive, trying to replicate that magic.
Yeah, Evans
in
yet
motion.
again.
Bohannon, the handoff to Huff. Huff bouncing it to the outside. Huff finding room down the sideline, eventually pushed out at the 41-yard line.
You know, I must say, I think Aaron Huff is out there eating his Wheaties. I really do think he's doing a great job out there. He's using his, all he's got in the tricks up his sleeve. He's just stiffing off these defenders. He's running past them. He's saying, "You cannot catch me. I'm the greatest 43 of them all."
Aaron Huff looked like he was met in the backfield, able to bounce it to the outside. 2 stiff arms in a row there, eventually pushed out of bounds, and he still didn't go down. The only problem was his foot did step on the white line, and so 2nd and 5 for this Longfellow offense. Bohannon taking the snap, and they're just going to give it right back to Aaron Huff. This time he's brought down for no gain. I think that's the first play where Aaron Huff didn't gain 5 yards or more. He's been on fire all afternoon.
It's currently 3rd down and about 5 to go.
So Bohannon getting a play from his coaches for 3rd and 5, trying to keep this drive alive as Monticello has scored on their last 2, and their momentum does not appear to be dying down on offense.
Nas is back to the line, got his men back to the line.
Bohannon with Huff and Chavis in the backfield. Evans to his right, Brooks to his left.
His pass out
Takes
there.
the snap, looking to throw down the field.
Takes himself. He has one
Runs it
defender. He
himself,
tries to outrun
gets
him.
past the defender, finding room across the 50, still on his feet, eventually brought down at the 46-yard line. Naz Bohannon keeping it himself, showing how versatile he truly is, running for the first down and keeping this Longfellow drive alive.
That was a heck of a run right there.
Bohannon, as you see on the replay, looking to pass.
I don't know. It looked like he planned on taking it.
Well, you see there, he's looking down the field, immediately
Good point.
not seeing anything. And right here, you'll notice something.
I like how he just brushed off that
Stops
defender.
completely, able to slowly juke past
Stopped
the
on a dime.
defenders.
You know, coaches are going to want him for basketball for that one. That was a pretty maneuver right there with his footwork.
And a timeout called on the field.
Not sure which team, though.
So here in this second quarter, the score is 14-14. Gives me a bit more time to tell you about IFU 39. How much money will IFU 39 generate? IFU 39 is a $4.8 million emergency real estate tax operating levy. The levy will generate over $3 million a year. The money will be used for books, technology, transportation, and utilities, as well as other things. The levy is for 7 years. Voters will determine the renewal after that, and businesses will pay this tax also. So remember, this November 6th to vote on IFU 39, and again, we'll be telling you more about IFU 39 all throughout the broadcast. Bohannon under center, Huff, Chavis, and Evans in the backfield in that order. The toss to Huff. Huff now looking to throw it down the field. He has Brooks. Brooks not able to
almost
haul
corralled
it
it in.
The ball off of his hands. He was in double coverage.
Deshaun Brooks has had 2 good almost receptions. One on defense, one on offense. He almost caught an interception earlier, but then he just fumbled it. And on that one, he was well covered, but did not stop him.
And that will end the half. Heading into the second half, the score is 14. The Longfellow Middle School Longhorns, 14, the Monticello Middle School Tigers. A good game we have going here. Middle school football from George Daniel Field. We'll be back after these messages on WLCS Channel 20.
Thanks to your generosity, Marines have delivered Christmas to children in need since 1947. They've stormed beaches and freed countries. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called Marines.
And we're back here at George Daniel Field, starting this third quarter. The score: Monticello Middle School 14, Longfellow Middle School 14. Longfellow got the ball first in the first half, so Monticello's offense will take over first now. Zach, why don't you quickly recap the first half for us?
All right, so first half. The first possession of the Longhorns got, it ended in a 15-yard pass TD from Nas Bohannon to Deshaun Brooks, number 86. And then Aaron Huff, he tapped in 2 extra points for the 2-point conversion, and Aaron Huff with a 30-yard run TD. And then Ratliff, he ran the ball in for Monticello. Ratliff also made a catching TD from his quarterback, Gladys. And Ratliff also got a 2-point conversion. So Ratliff is the main one out there making all the plays.
And you just saw it right there, Ratliff taking the direct snap from the Wildcat. So Ratliff really all over the place here today. However, now it is Darryl Gaddis, the quarterback, back in the shotgun. He takes the snap, looking downfield, decides to dump it to his man, Ratliff. Ratliff nearly tripped up by Travis, but he's able to keep going and sprint down the field, taking it all the way for his 3rd touchdown of the day.
And a 2-point conversion, I must add.
So a total of 20 points so far for Ratliff. That is every point Monticello has. Jordan Ratliff has been in on the replay here, nearly tripped up by Travis, and from there he splits the defenders, keeps bolting forward for his 3rd touchdown of the day, and as Zach just mentioned, he got the 2-point conversion last time too.
He's a force not to be reckoned with, I believe. I mean, he has the ability to turn on the jets whenever he feels like. I mean, he's just got a cheat sheet up his sleeve. He can just turn on the turbos whenever.
And this time the 2-point conversion handoff is to Ray, and he's brought down by a streaking Aaron Huff.
Yes, on that last play, it seems like as if the defense already had the offensive scheme all set out. They knew they were going to run it, obviously, but they did think it was going to be up the middle, as you've seen all those guys. But then they seen it, and they quickly had some long leg defenders to help out with that play.
You'll see it here. The stretch run play to Ray. Aaron Huff coming out of the backfield to slam into Ray and pull him to the turf. That's the 3rd strong tackle we've seen from Huff.
I really hate comparing players, but I really believe Aaron Huff, he has potential to be the next Aaron Neal that we have for varsity. He really does have the potential. I mean, he's a strong running back, but he's not just a running back. He's also a defensive back. He can take care of any offensive player he wants. If you give him that assignment, he'll go out there with a checklist, and he will make sure he gets every single stop.
And Aaron Neal, as of right now, the leading tackler for the Lorain High Titans varsity football team.
Not only that, but the county.
And yes, the entire county. So impressive showing by Aaron Neal this season.
Yes.
And an impressive showing by Aaron Huff today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another 10-yard run. Aaron Huff getting it done on the outside, up the middle, with power running. He's doing it all today.
An incredible, remarkable achievement he's had today. He's already made he's already had a 50-yard running TD. He's already had a 2-point conversion. In the 2-point conversion, he just basically ran over 2 defenders to get into the end zone and tap on those 2 points. He's not one to be stopped. Just like Ratliff for the other team. The running backs, this is what 7th grade football is all about. That's what people that are watching at home need to understand. It's all about establishing the run game and getting your quarterback well developed for 8th grade play and also for freshman play. Freshman play is where you really learn.
Bohannon, the handoff up the middle to Aaron Huff. Huff brought down after a gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 forthcoming for the Longfellow offense.
Nas is coming back out to see his players and tell them the game plan for this next drive.
And so Bohannon breaks the huddle, escorts his men to the line of scrimmage. In the shotgun is Bohannon with Huff to his right, 2 wide receivers to each side. The snap is high over Bohannon's head. Huff picks it up, trying to take it himself. Gets past one defender, but can't find much after that. It stands, as of right now, a 9-yard loss, a penalty coming in on the play.
And that was Kovacs with the long snap like that. He's been doing a great job all day. It's just one little minor mistake, but that's all right, though. I'm sure the offense will come back and make a good strike back for the win.
And it almost looked like no one else in the offense was ready for that snap. Bohannon just standing there, not even his arms ready to receive a correctly positioned snap, let alone one much over his head.
Yes.
And now the referee's talking to Bohannon. The call holding
face mask,
on the defense.
So they'll actually be bringing the ball forward, if I'm not mistaken.
So from the spot of the foul.
So explain to me, how does that work exactly? In 7th grade football, when a play goes behind the line of scrimmage from where they first started and they get another penalty called on them, does that go back? Does that continue on to the play or what? If it's balls against the offense.
Well, from the looks of it, it is from the spot of the foul. So, yes, I'm being told it is from the spot of the foul. So the ball moves forward only about 10 yards, even though it is a 15-yard penalty. However, it is still an automatic first down for the offense. So Bohannon and these Longhorns will take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Bohannon looking to throw, firing it down the field, much too far in front of Chavis, the intended receiver.
I had a strong feeling that they were going to throw it to him as he was cutting across. They had him in motion. He did not stop running. He kept going, but that ball was a little too misfired for his taste to go after. So he just dove for it, threw up a prayer, didn't quite bring it down.
And so 2nd and long, 10 yards to go for this Longfellow Longhorns offense. Bohannon breaks the huddle, heads towards the line of scrimmage. He's under center. Huff, the lone running back. Travis to his left. Evans to his right. The handoff to Huff. Huff finding room on the left side. Past one defender. Barreling through another.
Just out, actually, with 1 yard to go left. It looked like that's where his foot was at.
And they will actually mark it as a first down. The ball crossed to the 33-yard line. We'll see on the replay. Aaron Huff, once again, breaking it to the outside.
He's a workhorse, I'm telling you.
And it looks as if he's able to stay in bounds until the ball has crossed over the first down marker, making it 1st and 10 once again for this Longhorns offense at the Monticello 34-yard line. Bohannon under center, Huff in the backfield. Bohannon awaiting the snap.
It looks like they're getting ready for a blitz.
Bohannon having some trouble with the snap, brought down from behind, trying to run it to the right side. The ball ended up on the ground, however, Bohannon was called down. But still, about an 8-yard loss for this Longfellow offense, bringing up 2nd and 18, maybe 16 on the play. And it looked like that was a designed run. However, Bohannon just couldn't quite handle the snap, and that
his offensive line gave up on him on that last play.
And that really messes up the timing of the whole play when it's a...
Especially when you got an offensive line that's now really helping out a little bit. On that last play, it looked like that they lost their mans. Each one of them did.
Bohannon looking to throw once again.
He decides to
run it, pulling the ball down to the right side, able to get 5, maybe 4 on the run play. Brought down at the 33-yard line.
3rd down and just about 1 to go, it looks like.
So 3rd and 10. brought up. Remember the long loss on the run by
Yes.
Bohannon put them back quite far. So after the run to the 34-yard line,
On this next play, I believe they're just going to try to run it up the middle with Aaron Huff and hope that they get that extra yard, which I'm sure they will, because Aaron Huff seems like he's just going to run it right behind Kovacs, and Kovacs is just going to plow him right through because he's a big, solid center.
Bohannon under center, 3rd and 10 coming up. Hands the ball off to Huff. Huff finds some room to the left side. Huff past the defender, finally falling down at the 14-yard line, the 16-yard line. Aaron Huff getting the necessary yardage.
And on that tackle, that was Gatson. See, Aaron Huff went for as you'll see on this replay, Aaron Huff, I thought he was going to take up the middle, but he ended up taking to the left. He's seen an open gap. And then here's Gatson. Comes up, he sees that forearm about ready to extend or do a quick brush off, but then he just brushes that arm off and he just tackles him.
Well, this Longfellow coaching staff showing a lot of faith in Aaron Huff.
Absolutely.
Giving him the run play on a long 3rd and 10. And so Huff's running makes it 1st and 10 inside the red zone for Bohannon and this Longfellow offense. Bohannon under center, taking it up the middle himself, and he is brought down, maybe a gain of 1.
If not breaking even.
If that.
They just got back to the line, actually.
A bit of an awkward run for Naz Bohannon, who has shown he is able to move on his feet earlier in this game. It just didn't quite work out there.
He's showing great promise in his footwork and stuff. Defense and offense, defense, he's playing on the line. Offense, he's playing quarterback. And I did see one play out there earlier. He was running actual wide receiver, so, he's very versatile. He's doing every single position that the coach wants him to, of course, but he's giving it his all, and he's not just limiting himself to one possession or just one full quarter. He's playing all 4, strong nose, head down, making sure that he's getting the right receivers. He's just running the ball, doing whatever he's got to win this ball game.
So Bohannon handing it off to Huff on that last play, a 1-yard gain, bringing up another 3rd down and long. 8 to go for the Longfellow offense.
And that's what I want to see out of my quarterback. I want to see very calm and collected, well-mannered, and I want him to be able to run the ball. He's very fast. With those long legs of his, he's staring right over top of all his defenders. He's having no problem at all.
Bohannon
And then
awaiting the snap.
You see Ratliff running around. He's getting ready to tackle
Fumbles
down.
the snap. The handoff could not get there. And it is a Monticello football once again, a costly fumble as Longfellow is heading towards the end zone, and the Monticello offense, takes control once again. You'll see it here. The snap
just not quite ready for that snap.
Couldn't quite get in his hands. Bohannon not even able to attempt a handoff or a pass or anything.
See, but on that play, I like to give credit to the defense of Monticello, how their defensive player, he stayed with that ball. He seen it get out that player's hands, and he went right for it. He did not stop 1 second, not hesitate. He kept running, then he dove, and he was surely going to get possession of that ball. And as you see right now, what happened?
Penalty flag thrown. False start on the offense. Looks like a lot of movement early for Monticello, and that's pushing them back 5 yards to start this drive.
You know what? Monticello already had about 4 or 5 penalties against them. Longfellow's had none.
Yeah, not a lot of penalties on the other side of the football.
They've had none. But you know what? You still got to look at who's winning the ball game. 20-14, Monticello in favor. You got to wonder what's going on out there. Is there just a miscommunication on the offensive Longhorns? Is there seems to be a problem or something? Or
the Longfellow offense hasn't been playing bad.
I know, absolutely not. But you have to understand, why is all these penalties going on? It's just a little weird to me, you know. The team that's in the lead has the most penalties.
Monticello on 1st and 15, a fumbled handoff, ball on the ground. Not sure who came up with it. And it will stay in Monticello possession. But still, a 5-yard penalty and then a fumbled handoff. Not the best way to start a drive. You'll see it here. Just a lot of confusion down there.
As we get back, the offense is coming. Oh, no.
And
That's the end of the
that
third
will
quarter.
end the third quarter. Heading into this exciting fourth quarter, Monticello Middle School 20, the Longfellow Middle School Longhorns 14. We'll be back with some fourth quarter action after these messages on WLCS Channel 20.
When you're finished with your food or beverage cartons, toss it in the recycling bin. Because every carton is recyclable and can be turned into useful paper products. Put your carton in the bin with your other recyclables and let them start a new life. When the contents are gone, let the carton live on. Recycle your cartons.
Welcome back to George Daniel Field. In this fourth quarter, the score, Monticello Middle School 20, the Longfellow Middle School Longhorns 14. You saw just there on that play an incomplete pass for Monticello, bringing up 3rd and long for them. They're pinned deep in their own territory, and if Longfellow can get a stop here, it could mean a huge field position victory for them.
Yes, sir.
So,
And on this great possession of the ball that the defense has stopped the offense at, you have to really think, are they going to try to blitz the ball more, or are they just going to play wide coverage and make sure that they don't get the passing game down? But they end up with one safety in the back.
Gaddis under center, looking to throw, launching it down the field. That is intercepted by
Deshaun
Deshaun Brooks.
Deshaun, who is that man? Deshaun Brooks.
And as
we
mentioned
said his
earlier,
name many times today, and we talked to him before the game.
Deshaun Brooks said he would be the impact player today.
Yes, he did. And you know what? He is holding up to his promise. He is not one to quit on a play, and he's seen that ball going heads up, and it was about eye level for him. But for his defender, for his offensive player he was manning up to, it was just about maybe a head above him.
Deshaun Brooks caught a touchdown pass earlier. Now he catches another kind of pass, but that's an interception.
Absolutely.
And so
he's having a great game out there.
The Longfellow Longhorns offense taking over at the 15-yard line. Another opportunity for them, one that they cannot waste here in the fourth quarter, as Bohannon is under center, awaiting the snap. Huff in the backfield.
They give the ball off to Huff.
Huff finding room on the left side, juking past
Breaks
defenders.
tackle after tackle.
Able to slip past one last tackler before being brought down inside the 10-yard line.
That was excellent. That was excellent. That was quick, evasive action right there by Aaron Huff. He see a defender come in, so what's he do? Automatically switches that ball to the outside hand to keep it away from that defender. He is not going to be stopped, or he's been taught not to fumble that ball. He's been taught over and over. And we were talking to the coaches earlier. That's one of the key fundamentals that they're teaching.
So 2nd down and 5 inside of the 10 now for this Longfellow Longhorn offense. Bohannon awaits the snap. Another handoff to Huff. Huff finding room on the right side, trying to get past the second level of defenders.
And
he
for
does,
6.
and he will take it in for another touchdown. Aaron Huff's 2nd touchdown on the day, tying this game up at 20-20 here in the fourth quarter, and Longfellow now with a chance to go ahead pending the 2-point conversion. And you'll see it here on the replay. Aaron Huff almost met in the backfield. He's able to outrun one man, another man trying to tackle him not able to do so on the angle he was at. Aaron Huff able to speed past everyone on the Monticello defense on that play.
It really impresses me, though, seeing such a big guy like Aaron Huff. You know, you wouldn't expect a great guy like him or a big guy like him to actually have the speed that he holds. But
So,
you know what? He really sped right on through the defense on that play.
the 2-point conversion to take the lead. Bohannon the handoff to Huff. Huff trying to find room on the right side. Past some tacklers, diving towards the end zone. No, they're going to say he was out. Aaron Huff attempting to make something happen, diving towards the goal line.
Flag thrown the play. It looks like Aaron Huff was a little banged up on that last play. He was met by 3 other defenders. He was taken down.
Aaron Huff appeared to land awkwardly while diving towards the end zone. We'll see it here on the replay. Aaron Huff doing another great job to get to the outside, speeding past defenders. Diving here, just brought down, kind of landing awkwardly.
He gets up on his own terms, that's the main thing.
Holding his arm as he goes down. A flag was thrown late on the play. Good to see Aaron Huff now walking towards the huddle.
I must say, Huff is very tough. To get up after a big hit like that, he's not one to be messed with.
And so, still not sure what the penalty is. It looks as if it was a personal foul after the play, the 2-point conversion play, against Monticello, as the ball is being placed back at the 20 instead of the usual 35-yard line spot for middle school football starting.
Aaron Huff's not lining up on the defense at all. He's on the bench right now.
And that's one player they don't want to see go
Absolutely
down for Longfellow.
not. They need him. They need that young man out there. But you know what? They have a great defense out there to hopefully get it stops. You have Timothy Evans. He's a quick cornerback. Short guy, not that big in the muscle department, but you know he is very fast and he's a hard hitter. It doesn't matter about size. It matters about speed and the point of impact.
And so Monticello takes over the score 20-20 here in the fourth quarter. Monticello trying to make something happen, handing the ball to Ratliff. Ratliff is able to get 6 yards before being brought down from behind.
Now it's Carlos Chavez on the nice wrap-up of the ankles. That's a great way to bring down a defender.
And now you see Aaron Huff putting his helmet on, coming onto the field, and that is something you want to see. Aaron Huff has had a great impact on this game, both sides of the ball.
Yes, he has. And as 23 and the defense is coming off, William Butler, guess who's coming back on? That is Aaron Huff. He said, you cannot keep me down. I'm getting back on this field.
And so 2nd and 4 coming up for this Monticello offense. Daryl Gaddis.
While we're at a little stop, why don't we give some shout out to our fellow crew members. Emmanuel Rivera, the great cameraman down the sidelines. He's the one that's fighting the cold, the wind blowing in his face. He doesn't care. He's just doing it all out there. And we have Joe Bach over here doing the switching job, helping us all out, make us look good. And we have Jay Santana doing graphics to make us all look even better. And we have Bob Schlembaker over here to help us with more camera angles. And you have, of course, me and Hyatt Hernan, me being Zachary Truman.
Yeah, always make sure you say your first and last name, Zach.
I know, Zachary Truman.
When you send this out for your resume, you want to make sure people know who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ratliff taking it on the toss play to the left side. Eventually brought down at the 42-yard line, but not until after the first down yardage was gained.
4 minutes left in the game.
And Ratliff, much like Aaron Huff, has been running down this Longfellow defense at will.
There's currently 4 minutes remaining in this last quarter of play. Let's see which team comes out with the victor, or it might end up in a draw.
The quick handoff to Ray. He is met and tackled hard by guess who? That's Aaron Huff. Another huge tackle for this Longhorn defense. And you can't just give
one player a great kudos to. You also got to give Nas Bohanna. He's the one that originally wrapped him up. He stopped him right there, and he is met by 2 great bigs on that defensive Longhorns.
So 2nd and 8 coming up for Monticello. As you heard earlier, 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter as of the last play.
Yes.
So time is winding down. This game is tied. In middle school football, the game will end in a tie if the clock hits 0 and it's 20-20. There is no overtime. So Monticello trying to come up with a win here. Ratliff finding his way between defenders, spinning, eventually brought down at the 48-yard line, and they're going to say that is a first down. It looked close to me up here, but down on the field, I'm sure they have a better field of vision than I do.
And they're giving him the next 10 set of yards.
Ratliff bobbing and weaving through the Longfellow Longhorn defense all day long, and he's moving the chains forward into Longfellow territory. Monticello trying to make something happen near the end of this fourth quarter.
You know, Ratliff is really doing an impressive job out there as well. I mean, I'm not just going to be a home rooter. I'm also going to be an away rooter. I mean, both teams are being great tonight. But the running backs was always what we see.
Ratliff getting the ball again, finding room on the right side. Able to stretch it out, get another good chunk of 11 yards. Why? Take that back. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds near the 40-yard line. We'll see if that is so. And right about there, perhaps the foot went out of bounds.
And a player from Monticello, Ken Roy, number 9, appears to be down. I hope it's not too serious, as his players all take a knee around him.
And he hops right back up. And that's something you want to see.
He's being helped over to the bench, but on his own terms. That's the main thing that we're all worried about.
Yeah, he's walking completely under his own power.
That's the main thing.
Just a pat on the back from the guys on the sideline. 2nd and 3 coming up.
And about 2 minutes remaining.
For Monticello. The time is being kept on the field. We were given an update of 4 minutes a moment ago. We're not quite sure of the exact time as of right now, but you sense that we are nearing the end as Gaddis lines up under center. Another handoff to Ratliff. Ratliff takes it right up the middle.
Yet again, powered upon.
Getting
the 14 and 43, the fantastic duo of Aaron Huff and Naz Bohannon.
Ratliff getting the first down yardage on that play, keeping the clock moving as well as the chains. And now at the 36-yard line, Monticello knocking at the door here, trying to get on the board and end the game. The last thing they want to do is give Longfellow the ball back with enough time to score, because this has been back and forth all day. Here in this fourth quarter, the score tied 20-20. Monticello with the ball. Daryl Gaddis under center sends a man in motion. The handoff to
Aaron Huff yet again
James.
with a nice tackle. Aaron Huff tackles down number 39 of the offense, being Jakeith James.
Jakeith James has seen some carries today.
But we've not said his name that a lot. But, you know, it's just a matter of who puts the points on the board and who does the little things that count.
And,
you know,
Aaron Huff has been getting strong tackles all day long. This time, barely getting his man down, diving at his feet, just able to trip him up.
Aaron Huff's just plowing right on through the offense.
A 4-yard loss on the play, and that will put Monticello all the way back to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 14 forthcoming. Daryl Gaddis with the handoff to Ratliff. Ratliff wrapped up and tackled for a minimal gain of 3. 3rd and long.
Number 42, Edward Cologne, comes off limping a bit. He looks like he may have hurt his foot a little bit. He goes to sit on the bench. Might be a cramp.
And the timeout taken by Monticello. That gives us a chance to get you caught up to where we are in today's game. Zach, do you want to give us a quick recap?
Yes, sir. First quarter, Naz Bohannon, 15-yard pass TD to Deshaun Brooks. Aaron Huff with a 2-point conversion after that touchdown. Then Aaron Huff, he just flew in the end zone with a 50-yard run TD. And Aaron Huff then again went in another time with 8-yard runs. An 8-yard run. Ratliff for Monticello also ran the ball for a TD. He caught the ball for a TD. Ratliff also made a 2-point conversion, and yet again, I guess you can already think of the name I'm going to say. Ratliff caught another TD for 50 yards into the end zone. So if I'm not mistaken, every single point on this board for Monticello is Ratliff.
Yeah.
Ratliff is not to be messed with in this game. But while we're doing a little breaking time, why don't we kick it on over to the Employees Credit Union? Are you employed or retired by from the Lorain City Schools? If the answer is yes, then pay close attention to the following. Don't be penalized with low interest rates on your investments. Step up in the pocket and pass your funds to the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. We will tackle the competition so that you win the financial game. Choose a certificate deposit and watch your Appy score the maximum. Call us at 282-4600, Lorain, Ohio. OH.
IO.
Let's get back to the football field for some more.
So a penalty against Longfellow. Illegal substitution on Longfellow, moving the ball forward 5 yards, making that 3rd and 13, a 3rd and 8, perhaps 7 for Monticello.
He unleashes a
throw
deep
his
pass
Gaddis through the hands of his intended receiver.
did
That
not
was
come down with
Dejon Gatson. That pass was on target, but perhaps a bit too much for Dejon Gatson to handle.
That was a great throw and almost a great reception. I mean, he had it, but he just not be able to corral his hands in for that pass.
And so, 4th down and 8, forthcoming for this Monticello offense. A timeout taken by Monticello to talk over this pivotal play. If they do not make this conversion, Longfellow will take over at the 31-yard line, or however many yards they gain or lose, without getting a first down, and they will have a chance to move the ball down the field and score the game-winning score. However, if Monticello is able to make this conversion, they now have a prime opportunity to win the game. We're not quite sure of the amount of time remaining in this one.
But it's
time
not
is
that
kept on the
much.
field, but we know it's under 4 minutes. Zach, your thoughts on this next pivotal play?
Next pivotal play is basically going to try to be a passing play. I mean, obviously, they're not going to try to run the ball on 4th and about 6 to go, because the odds of that happening is very slim of them getting that first set of downs. And if they did, they'd have to immediately run that out of bounds. So I think it'd be quicker for them to do a quick pass play, get it off to the side, hope for the best, hope they get a touchdown, or at the most first down.
And
But
so,
they're definitely gonna try to pass it, I believe.
And so Gaddis lines up in the shotgun. I'll hold you to that, Zach. That pass play. Gaddis lines up in the shotgun with Ray next to him. 2 wide receivers each side. Gaddis looking. The quick throw.
Deshaun Brooks to break it up.
Nearly intercepted by Deshaun Brooks. That would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's just Longfellow's football at the 31-yard line. Deshaun Brooks told us he was going to make an impact, and today
And yes, he
definitely has.
It may be a tie ball game, but you got to understand the defensive perspective of both teams. They're canceling out each other's offense. It may be 20-20, maybe a high-scoring game to some, but you know, we've seen them go up into the 40s. We've seen them go into the 50s.
And Deshaun Brooks almost had the game won for Longfellow. Instead, he gives them a chance to go up. Time winding down in this 4th quarter. Time is being kept on the field. However, we know it is under 4 minutes as we received an update. So Longfellow looking to make something happen.
Deshaun Brooks lines up on the right.
Having to go 68 yards here. Bohannon in the shotgun, Huff next to him.
Looks like Butler's lined up on the
Bohannon
left as he runs.
rolling to the right, directing traffic downfield, launching it
Throws
down
up a
the
prayer
field.
to Deshaun Brooks.
And it just falls short of Deshaun Brooks. A lot of men in the area. Bohannon trying to make something happen, but that one just couldn't quite get there.
Bohannon kept signaling to all his receivers to go out deep, go deep, go deep. And then Deshaun Brooks throws on the Jets, and he just does not get that. It was a little misplaced. Not sure if he had complete control over that. It looked like it slipped out of his hand as he was throwing it.
Well, everyone on the Monticello offense knew who that ball was going to. Deshaun Brooks has been the big play man all day today. Timeout taken. In this 4th quarter, the score, Monticello Middle School 20, the Longfellow Middle School Longhorns 20. Time winding down in the 4th quarter here. We know it's at least under 4 minutes. However, time is being kept on the field, so we're not quite sure of the exact number. Longfellow with the ball at the 33-yard line, trying to make something happen that will win the game. If the fourth quarter ends with the score 20-20, there will be no overtime.
As
played.
the middle school rules. Middle school rules do not allow overtime to be played, so they just end the game on a kind of a draw. And both teams coming into this game today with a 3-2 record, as I mentioned at the start of the game. So no ties, so you got to look for a big victory is going to come out between one of these teams.
So Bohannon
last second
getting ready under center. Deshaun Brooks lined up wide to the right. 3 running backs in the backfield. That is Aaron Huff, William Butler, and Tommy Evans in order. Bohannon awaits the snap, takes the snap, the toss to Huff. Huff looking to pass. The bullet across the field to Brooks, just too far in front of him. Another incomplete pass.
No matter how that played,
down.
No matter how that play just turned out. I like when Aaron Huff, how they switched the option up to a wildcat for Aaron Huff, and how he slings that ball straight on down the middle. And Deshaun Brooks, I mean, they're obviously going to pass it to him. I mean, he's the tallest receiver that they got on that side of the field, and they're definitely going to do that.
So
well, Niles comes back on.
Well, Niles was on the play. It was a toss to Aaron Huff. So that's part of the element of surprise is you don't know who the quarterback will be. However, with this being third down and incompletion stopping the clock, you run the risk of giving the ball back to Monticello with enough time left on the clock. Aaron Huff now in the shotgun. He will be taking the snap as a quarterback. Rolling to his right, a lot of guys chasing him, having to take it himself and run it. Passed across the 40-yard line, however, he does not get out of bounds, and the clock will continue to run.
And you hope that they just end up.
And
the game has.
And so, it is a first down and a timeout taken by Longfellow.
And you got to be thinking, time has got to be close to ticking down to the last couple zeros.
Aaron
so
Huff.
That was a smart decision not taking that timeout. I mean, you got the position of the ball, Longhorns. Why not just try to sling it on down for the victory to make it 4-2?
Aaron Huff, as you see on the replay, having to roll out to his right, being chased by a lot of defenders. He had the option to either get the first down or go out of bounds. He chose to dive ahead for the first down.
Had he got past that one defender after all those other ones, he would definitely have had a strong blocking group in front of him. They were all right there. Had he had gone left a little bit and he would have juked that defender, he would surely have been putting out 6 on that board.
And so it's Huff lining up from the quarterback once again. Bohannon, the regular quarterback, lined up as a wide receiver. Huff takes the snap, looking to throw it down the field above Bohannon, off of his hands, popped up in the air and falling to the ground. That pass incomplete, bringing up second down.
The coach is thinking right now, that's good. If you get that ball, you better run that thing out of bounds, and if you don't catch it, that's good too, just in order to stop play.
Well, none of that matters anymore as the game is over. Our final score here, Monticello Middle School 20, the Longfellow Middle School Longhorns 20, ending in a draw. Both teams now with the record of 3-2-1.
You know, and no matter what people say, I mean, both these teams played their hearts out today. 2020 fashion, tie ball game. I mean, but both defenses were spectacular out there. Both defenses out there were spectacular. The offenses were doing exceptionally well as well, but the defenses, that's what's knocking everything out.
And so this game ends 20-20. We'll be back after these messages with a recap, and we'll wrap it up ourselves. After these messages.
Stop. Whether it's on the way to school, at school, or online, bullying has become a non-stop threat to our youth today. Is your child being bullied? The National Runaway Switchboard can help. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
And welcome back to George Daniel Field, a thrilling game of middle school football here on WLCS TV 20. Monticello Middle School 20, Longfellow Middle School Longhorns 20. Let's take a look at the highlights before we send you on your way. Starting off the scoring, Naz Bohannon taking the snap, stumbling a bit, throwing it to the superstar Deshaun Brooks.
Bing, bow in the end zone for 6.
And that would start us off 6-0 right there. The 2-point conversion, Aaron Huff finding his way into that end zone right through that hole
with
8-0. But then Gaddis, the pass to Jordan Ratliff. Jordan Ratliff, that's not the last time you'll be hearing his name, finding his way into the end zone.
Almost got knocked out by William
2-point
Butler.
conversion. That is Ken Ray stopped short. Score now 8-6. Aaron Huff
with the
handoff,
50-yard run,
finding his way to the outside.
Aaron the Tough Huff. That's his new nickname.
Speeding his way into the end zone. That may be the best nickname you've given in a long time. Next,
I tried.
The pass to Ratliff into the end zone.
Ratliff. He
The
did an
score,
impressive job.
14-12. And then Ratliff again taking it to the outside through the Longfellow defense, 14-14.
Tommy
and
Evans,
again,
not that big.
Here's Jordan Ratliff. Past one defender, through 2 more, and he's gone.
This was an exceptional, great play as well. Great defending, great blocking. But, however, the defense lost on that possession.
20-14 here. Ray again. Aaron Huff down from behind, out of the backfield.
He's a great tackler.
Monticello trying to get something done. Deshaun Brooks, the superstar, coming up with another great play and interception. Aaron Huff taking it to the outside, speeding past everyone. That made it 20-20. The 2-point conversion no good, and that would end the game as a tie, 20-20. Zach, your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are is that Aaron the Tough Huff, he's done an incredible job tonight. And I really feel that their quarterback, Naz Bohannon, he's also doing a great job. He's really maturing as a young athlete. And all these players are really becoming great. There's nothing really much I can say except for they all did a great job. They played their hearts out. And Tommy Evans, the smallest player on the Longhorns team, he's doing an incredible job as well, even though he's small 5'2", he's listed on the roster actually. And he's doing a great job.
Well, we here at WLCS TV 20 look forward to our next middle school football game. I'm Hire Hernan.
And I'm Zachary Truman. We're signing off tonight.
See you next time.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.